Contestants have been reviewed, values have been imparted, and voting declared closed. What comes next for the potential kings of street foods? On today's episode, some of the issues that have affected a number of contestants will be tackled. Everything that has a beginning has an end. And today's episode will also mark the end of the journey for some of our contestants.
Foodz Naija is proudly brought to you by Foodz TV, powered by Devon Kings.
This is Foodz Naija. I'm particularly excited about today's episodes because we're going to be getting valuable business nuggets from our professionals, which should set the contestants off on the right path.
The first professional lined up for the contestants today is the Food Biz Doctor, Osarity Okao, a hospitality consultant who would be teaching the contestants essential qualities to possess in running food businesses.
I've been watching the shows and I've identified some of the challenges they've been facing, and I'd like to address some of them. To get started, let's look at them understanding their identity. So I'm sure if they realize how significant they are to our existence as a people, they will not treat their business as a sufferhead business. They are integral. I mean, imagine Lagos without street food vendors. I mean, maybe we should try that. Maybe they should go on strike or something. Maybe we'll start to realize how important they are to our existence here.
Without street food, man no go survive.
I believe it's not going to be easy.
If there is no street food around, the community entirely will not be as lively.
Like everywhere in the world, everybody has street food. It's part of the culture.
They are important.
But everybody eats from the street food vendors. Following the story on the street food competition going on, I've identified with some of the challenges that they face, and I hope that them and along with other street vendors can pick up a few things from this session today. So challenges of food street vendors. One of them is redundancy. They're stagnant for so long. The biggest danger in stagnancy is competition sets in, they die. So, look at the story of Madam Abigail. She was the first person to start street food, and now it's populated with street food vendors. So my advice is this: one, if you're going to start street food, have a plan. Realize that we like to copy. Any business that is perceived to be profitable, trust me, a lot of people are going to jump on that bandwagon. So be ready. Another problem street vendors face is the problem of accountability, because again, it's crucial. They're not able to manage their money, because the money is meant for needs. It's critical that somebody or they find someone who can look at their accounting. How much am I spending every day? How much am I making? Relate that to how much their money needs are. And then somebody can advise them. What is the other problem that I see them face? The problem of demolitions. Look at the case of Akara Cafe and Chef Clarkson. But the question is, are they set up right? Did they get the necessary permits? Was that location approved for them? The next important point for me for street food vendors is the issue about insurance. This is your lifeline. This is the business you do for your existence. And to hear that many of them don't even think about that is quite worrisome, for lack of a better word. I would encourage street food vendors to do insurance for their business.
I'm going to be sharing 5 tips that would help businesses, specifically street food vendors. Tip number 1, start from the very business-oriented standpoint, which is more about record keeping. So number 2 is knowing your market, knowing your target audience. I remember the episode with Martha Edem in Abuja. I like her model, and I like how she went about developing her product mix, which is the foods that she serves. She tried to understand her market. She knew what the different, even like tribal groups wanted when they would come to her store, and so she had the different types of pap that she would serve. She even expanded her product range to start doing not just akara but English breakfast, and that's amazing. Number 3, I would say, is health and safety and hygiene generally. So it's important to pay attention to that, pay attention to the hygiene, the environment, because you're dealing with food. And number 4 has to do with product differentiation. It reminds me of T&K Canteen. In that episode, it was great. I loved the presentation. I love the fact that there was a wide array to choose from, but what gave me concern was the fact that other people were doing the same thing. So for someone who has been doing that business for years, you just wonder about the financials, because there's nothing different from what you're doing. What's to say that your customers don't want to see something different? They would buy what you offer them at 3 a.m. To be honest, they are hungry. So if you think about that, they are coming from the nightclub or whatever. What they see is what they'll get, and they'll buy it. So for you, you must think about that. Think ahead and think, okay, so how can I differentiate? Is it maybe I'm going to have coconut jollof rice instead of coconut rice and then jollof? Do you see what I mean? Like just being able to be a bit creative and give it a bit of a twist, and it will shock you how much the demand will go up. And number 5 is take advantage of the digital space. I remember the episode with Maleski special, really grown and gained a whole lot of traction through digital media.
It's now time to officially declare which 7 contestants are moving forward and which 6 wouldn't.
It's been a tough couple of weeks for our contestants combating for votes, but the race has finally come to an end, and I have here with me the 7 contestants who are going to be moving on to the next stage of our competition. Now, unfortunately, the 6 contestants that weren't mentioned will be going home with a consolation prize and their stores renovated, courtesy of our sponsors, Devon King. Okay, are you guys ready? This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Okay, so in 7th place, we have Simple Unkobi Sauce Lagos with 467 votes. In 6th place, we have King Glab Cuisine with 775 votes. In 5th place, we have Crispy and Grill Lagos with 875 votes. In 4th place, we have Akara Cafe Abuja with 1,018 votes. In 3rd place, we have Belly Bell Limited Lagos with 1,169 votes. In 2nd place, with a whopping 1,933 votes, we have Boxed the Food Calabar with a staggering vote of 2,057. We have, drum roll please, Summer of Fada Abuja. Congratulations to all 7 contestants. Now they're still going to have to prove themselves in our next elimination stage, which will be our garden cook-off. Now for everyone watching at home, here's the quiz of the day. We have come to the end of today's episode, but you don't want to miss the next episodes where 7 will get the chance to show off their creativity, but 1 will go home. I'm Salia Vada, and you have been watching Street Food Naija, and I'll see you again very soon.
For those still in the contest, it's left to them to put all the tips shared thus far to work in winning the next series of tasks. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes on Street Foodz Naija.
Street Food Naija is proudly brought to you by Foodz TV, powered by Devon Kings.